Walk into a room, any room, a meeting at work, a family dinner, a social gathering. Watch closely. What do you see? You think you see people interacting, but if you look with the eyes of a Stoic philosopher, you see something far more tragic. You see a theater. You see actors desperately trying to remember lines they didn't write, wearing costumes that don't fit, performing for an audience that isn't even watching. And the most exhausted actor on that stage is you. How many times today did you nod in agreement when you actually disagreed? How many times did you swallow your true thoughts because you feared a moment of awkward silence? How many clothes in your closet did you buy not because you loved them, but because you imagined an audience applauding them? You are haunted, not by a poltergeist in a white sheet, but by something far more insidious, the ghost of approval. This ghost is the whisper in your ear that says, "Are they impressed? Do they like me? Am I enough?" It is the invisible puppet master that jerks your strings, making you dance to a tune composed by strangers. You have become a master of shape-shifting. You are one person with your boss, another with your parents, another with your friends. You wear so many masks that if I ask you to take them all off right now, I'm not sure you'd remember what your own face looks like underneath. We live in an era obsessed with identity, yet most of us are outsourcing our identity to the highest bidder. We trade our authenticity for applause. We trade our inner peace for a like. It is the poorest trade in human history. You're selling the gold of your soul for painted glass. Today, we are going to perform an exorcism. We are going to confront this ghost. We are going to turn on the lights in the theater and realize that the audience seats have been empty all along. Almost 2,000 years ago, the most powerful man on earth, Marcus Aurelius, sat in his tent on the front lines of a war and wrestled with this exact demon. He was an emperor. He didn't need anyone's permission to exist, yet even he felt the pull of the crowd. In his private journals, he wrote down a paradox that should stop you in your tracks. He wrote, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value of his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others." Read that again. We love ourselves more than anyone else. We are the main character of our own movie, yet when it comes to judging our own worth, we trust the opinion of a stranger on the internet more than we trust our own reason. Why? Why do we give away the keys to our inner sanctuary to people we wouldn't trust to house sit for a weekend? If someone walked up to you on the street and insulted your shoes, it might sting for a moment, but if 10,000 people on social media disliked your post, it feels like a catastrophic existential crisis. Why? Because we have mistaken volume for truth. We have mistaken consensus for reality. The Stoics realize that the moment you base your self-worth on something outside of your control, like someone else's opinion, you have voluntarily entered slavery. Epictetus, the slave who became a philosopher, asked, "If you want to be free, why do you cater to the tyrants?" The tyrant isn't just the dictator in a faraway land. The tyrant is your neighbor whose judgment you fear. The tyrant is the comment section. The tyrant is a vague concept of what people will think. As long as you need their applause, you belong to them. To kill this ghost, we must understand where it comes from. It is not a defect in your character. It is a glitch in your biology that the modern world has weaponized. For 99% of human history, if your tribe rejected you, you died. Being cast out into the wilderness alone was a death sentence. Your brain evolved a hypersensitive alarm system designed to detect the slightest hint of disapproval. That anxiety you feel when you think someone is mad at you, that's your ancient brain screaming, "Danger! Realign with the herd or we will freeze to death." But here is the Stoic reality check. You are no longer in the wilderness. If your boss dislikes your presentation, you won't starve. If someone disagrees with your political view, a saber-toothed tiger won't eat you. The alarm system is broken. It is blaring a life or death warning for situations that are merely uncomfortable. The modern world has taken this ancient survival instinct and hooked it up to a megaphone. Social media is an industrial-scale approval machine designed to keep you terrified of stepping out of line. It rewards conformity and punishes nuance. It demands you perform 24/7 for a global tribe that doesn't know you and doesn't care about you. You are exhausting yourself trying to manage the perceptions of thousands. It's like trying to hold back the ocean with a broom. You cannot control what they think. You can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there will still be people who hate peaches. The Stoic realization is this: their opinion of you is none of your business. It is an external event, just like the weather. You don't get angry at the rain for being wet. Why do you get angry or anxious at people for having opinions? Their thoughts belong to them. Your actions belong to you. So how do we stop performing? We must build what Marcus Aurelius called the Inner Citadel. Imagine your mind as a fortress. Right now, for most of us, the gates are wide open. Anyone can walk in with muddy boots and trash the place. A rude comment from a coworker, they walk right in and underturn the tables of your peace. A disapproving look from a family member, they smash the windows of your confidence. The Stoic practice is to close the gates. It is the discipline of deciding who gets entry into your mind. Marcus Aurelius said, "Things stand outside of us themselves, by themselves, neither knowing anything of themselves nor expressing any judgment." The insult isn't what hurts you, it is your judgment that you have been insulted that hurts you. When you build the inner citadel, you create a gap between the stimulus and your response. Someone criticizes you. That is the stimulus. Instead of immediately crumbling or counterattacking, the Stoic pauses inside the citadel. They ask reason, is this criticism true? If it is true, good. You have learned something. Thank them, even if they meant it maliciously, and use it to improve. If it is false, then it is merely noise. It is wind against stone. Why would you be offended by noise? Their thoughts belong to them. Your actions belong to you. So how do we stop performing? We must build the courage to be disliked. We're terrified of being broken. We think that if we stop pleasing people, our world will crack apart. And you know what? It might. People who are used to you being a doormat will be upset when you stand up. You will disappoint some people. You will lose some friends whose affection was conditional on your obedience. Let them go. The cracks are necessary. There's a Japanese art form called Kintsugi. When a valuable piece of pottery breaks, they don't throw it away. They don't try to hide the cracks. Instead, they mend the broken pieces with lacquer mixed with powdered gold. The result is that the object is more beautiful, more valuable, and stronger for having been broken. The cracks become the history, and the history becomes art. Stoicism is the kintsugi of the soul. For years, you have been cracking under the pressure of approval. You are fragmented. When you decide to stop people-pleasing, you are acknowledging those breaks. You are admitting that the mask doesn't fit. And then you begin the repair. You don't use the cheap glue of external validation. You use the pure gold of your own principles. You use the gold of courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. You say no when you mean no. That is a line of gold. You wear what feels authentic to you, regardless of the trend. That is a line of gold. You speak your truth even if your voice shakes. That is a line of gold. Suddenly, you are no longer a fragile porcelain doll, terrified of being dropped. You are a masterpiece of resilience.
Your beauty doesn't come from perfection, it comes from the visible proof that you can withstand the pressure of the world and remain whole. The clock is ticking. Memento mori, you are dying. Do you really want to arrive at the end of your life having lived someone else's script? Do you want on your tombstone, here lies someone who everyone thought was very nice, but nobody ever truly knew? Step off the stage, take off the mask, let the ghosts howl in the empty theater. You have work to do in the Citadel. Stay focused, stay unshakable, stay stoic.